Hi, my name is Gavin Harris, and I have had the honor of being selected as one of the finalists for the Timmy Global Health trip. I just wanted to take a few moments to kind of illustrate how I got to this point, because for me, medicine was not something that I was always sure I was going to do. It wasn't even a career that I considered pursuing for a long time, but rather a path that crystallized only recently and late in my college career, because I found it the perfect way to combine all of my interests, those in science, in mathematics, in problem solving, in constructing things and in deconstructing things, in learning about new cultures, new traditions, new histories, and new religions, and of course the human body, which never ceases to amaze me. But perhaps the most important thing is that I found medicine to be the perfect avenue through which to help people, which is something that throughout my entire life I've always known I've wanted to do. It affords a perspective that is often lost by those in government positions or even ignored by those who implement policy. I mean, doctors have such a unique opportunity in that they are able to deal with people on an individual basis, are allowed into their lives, are able to help them and to heal them. 4 years ago, I traveled to Costa Rica and Panama as a member of a medical team with international service learning. And there, among many others, I worked with a Nigerian doctor who told me that medicine is both the easiest job in the world and the hardest job in the world. I'm still trying to figure out what that means, but what I think she meant is that it's easy to work with people. It's easy to learn something new every day and to see the fruits of your labors. But it takes a tremendous amount of discipline, determination, and sacrifice. And it's so difficult to see the toils that people struggle with every day and that are so rampant in the developing world. It's this paradox that I think really embraces what medicine holds for me, what drives me, what fuels my insatiable curiosity about the world and the human body. While I was there, I also had the opportunity to work as a dental assistant to 3 dentists who in one day saw well over 100 patients each at a Panamanian health clinic. They barely spoke any English, but through their communicating in Spanish to me and me communicating in Italian to them, we could understand one another. They taught me how to prepare the tools for oral surgery, how to prepare anesthesia and needles. Most of the patients were children, and it's really those encounters that have stuck with me. I just wanted to read a few passages to you from a journal that I kept while I was there, because there are observations that I made and feelings that I had that still resonate within me today. The screams. It was tough. Many kids had to be restrained. I saw an oral surgery to extract impacted wisdom teeth, but all the guy got were a few shots of fast-acting Novocaine, and then the dentist took a knife edge and sliced the gums. There was blood everywhere. I didn't help at this point, I just watched, and it was amazing that the patient never flinched. I can't even describe the pain tolerance of these people. But the most shocking part was the condition of people's teeth. Decay I had never thought possible, for there was not a single person who walked into that clinic that didn't have missing teeth, tens of cavities, or teeth with decay so bad there was nothing left. They wouldn't fill teeth in children, but just extract them. Read grip and rip. There was a little girl who came in. The dentist looked in her mouth, sat her down in a chair, and ripped a tooth out, with not even a flinch and no Novocaine. In adults with a cavity, they didn't do root canals, so if the inside of the tooth was mush, they pulled it. Lack of resources, lack of nutrition. Talk about an introduction. You know, it's still difficult for me to pinpoint just exactly how that experience changed me. And to some extent, I'm still trying to figure that out. But I was in such awe of these doctors who did so much with scant resources and barely any outside support. And I was so humbled by the resilience of these poor people who struggled so hard every day in the face of incomparable travesties. And one thing I'm sure of, those feelings that I had and the observations that I made, they weren't spur-of-the-moment fleeting things. That was really a transformative experience for me. To be able to contribute to the betterment of these people's lives gives me a sense of purpose and of direction. I want to be able to take the lessons that I learned, coupled with skills and knowledge that I've since acquired in medical school, combined with knowledge I have yet to learn and skills I have even yet to acquire, to be able to do more for people like those that I met in Costa Rica and Panama.